Eastern and Western philosophies, though geographically distinct, have for centuries wrestled with the same existential questions. What is the nature of reality? How do we gain knowledge? And how can we live a good life? While their journeys have taken divergent paths, both traditions share a surprising amount of common ground. Let's delve deeper into the contrasting threads and surprising convergences within this rich tapestry of thought. Central concerns: harmony versus inquiry. Eastern philosophies, like Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism, often place a high value on living in harmony with the natural world and achieving inner peace. They emphasize the interconnectedness of all things and the cultivation of virtue. The focus in these traditions is often on achieving a state of balance and fulfilling one's role within the larger web of existence. Confucianism, for example, outlines a social order based on filial piety and respect for authority, while Taoism emphasizes living in accordance with the natural order, a concept captured by the yin and yang symbol representing the balance of opposing forces. Western philosophy, on the other hand, from the ancient Greeks to modern thinkers, has a strong focus on logic, reason, and the individual. Understanding the world through objective inquiry and analysis takes center stage. Thinkers like Plato and Descartes placed critical thinking and logic at the heart of their philosophies, believing reason to be the key to unlocking knowledge about the world and ourselves. This emphasis on individual inquiry led to advancements in science, mathematics, and political thought. Reason, a spectrum of importance. The role of reason is a key point of divergence. Eastern traditions tend to view reason as a valuable tool, but not the ultimate source of knowledge. Intuition, experience, and spiritual practices often play a more prominent role. In Zen Buddhism, for example, meditation and koans, riddles, are used to achieve enlightenment, a state that transcends purely rational thought. Similarly, in Hinduism, the concept of moksha, liberation, is achieved through a combination of right action, devotion, and spiritual knowledge. In Western philosophy, reason reigns supreme. It is seen as the key to unlocking knowledge about the world and ourselves. Thinkers like Aristotle and the materialists aim to categorize and define the real world through logic and reason. This emphasis on reason led to groundbreaking scientific discoveries and advancements in our understanding of the universe. Individuality versus the collective, balancing autonomy and harmony. Eastern philosophies often emphasize the importance of social harmony and fulfilling one's role within the community. The concept of the self is seen as interconnected with the larger social fabric. Confucianism, for example, stresses filial piety and respect for authority, while Taoism emphasizes living in accordance with the natural order. In both traditions, the individual finds meaning and fulfillment through fulfilling their social obligations. Western thought has a stronger focus on the individual and their potential for independent thought and action. From the existentialists who grappled with individual freedom to the liberal tradition that emphasizes individual rights and freedoms, there's a greater emphasis on the individual's agency and autonomy. Thinkers like John Locke argued for the natural rights of life, liberty, and property, laying the foundation for modern democracies. The nature of reality, a fluid dance or a fixed structure. Eastern traditions often embrace a more fluid and cyclical view of reality. Concepts like yin and yang in Taoism or Maya, illusion, in Hinduism highlight the impermanence and interconnectedness of all things. Reality is seen as a dynamic process, constantly changing and evolving. Similarly, Buddhist teachings emphasize the impermanence of all things and the interconnectedness of suffering and desire. Western philosophy has a more linear and objective view of reality. It seeks to understand the fundamental building blocks and laws that govern the universe. Thinkers like Aristotle and the materialists aim to categorize and define the real world through reason and logic, seeking the underlying structures that hold reality together. This emphasis on objectivity led to the development of the scientific method and a more systematic approach to understanding the world. Common ground, threads that bind East and West. Despite these contrasting approaches, both Eastern and Western philosophies share a fundamental desire for knowledge, understanding, and a meaningful life. Here are some key areas of convergence that weave a thread of unity. The search for the good life. Both Eastern and Western philosophies seek answers about how to live a good life. Whether it's achieving virtue in Confucianism or finding happiness in Epicureanism, both traditions offer guidance on living well. The concept of a good life may differ, with Eastern traditions focusing on inner peace and social harmony, while Western traditions might emphasize individual fulfillment and achievement. The problem of suffering, the question of suffering and its alleviation, is a major concern in both Eastern and Western thought. From the Buddha's Four Noble Truths, which diagnose the cause of suffering and offer a path to liberation, to the Stoic concept of accepting what you cannot control, both traditions offer strategies for coping with life's inevitable hardships. The importance of ethics. Both Eastern and Western philosophies recognize the importance of ethical behavior. Confucianism emphasizes social responsibility and fulfilling one's role within society, outlining ethical principles based on respect for authority and reciprocity, treating others as you wish to be treated. Similarly, Kantian ethics in the West focuses on universal moral principles that should guide all people, such as the categorical imperative, act only according to that maxim, whereby you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. Both traditions aim to foster a just and harmonious society. Beyond the duality, a tapestry richer for its contrasts. Eastern and Western philosophies, though developed along distinctive paths, share a common thread, a relentless pursuit of wisdom and a meaningful existence. By appreciating the contrasts and convergences, we gain a richer understanding of the human experience. We see that the seemingly opposing ideas of reason and intuition, individual and community, and a fixed reality versus a fluid one can offer valuable perspectives when examined together. This exploration is just a starting point. As you delve deeper into Eastern and Western thought, you'll discover a vast and vibrant landscape filled with profound ideas and enduring questions that continue to resonate today. From the meditative practices of Zen Buddhism to the rigorous logic of Aristotelian thought, both traditions offer tools and frameworks for navigating the complexities of life. By engaging with both Eastern and Western philosophies, we can cultivate a more holistic understanding of ourselves, the world around us, and the path to a meaningful life. The continuing conversation, East meets West in the modern world. The influence of Eastern and Western philosophies extends far beyond their geographical origins. Today, we see a fascinating cross-pollination of ideas, with thinkers and practitioners from both traditions engaging in a dynamic conversation. Here are some interesting examples. Mindfulness and meditation, techniques rooted in Eastern traditions like Buddhism and Hinduism, such as mindfulness meditation, are increasingly embraced in Western societies. These practices are used to reduce stress, improve focus, and cultivate inner peace, demonstrating the growing recognition of the mind-body connection. Secular Buddhism, Western interpretations of Buddhist teachings are emerging, focusing on the practical application of Buddhist principles for a meaningful life without necessarily adhering to the religious aspects. This adaptation highlights the universality of core Buddhist ideas like compassion and living in the present moment. Western philosophy in Eastern societies. There's a growing interest in Western philosophical ideas in Eastern countries. Concepts like individual rights and democracy are finding fertile ground, prompting a re-evaluation of traditional social structures. This cross-cultural exchange fosters a richer understanding of governance and social organization. The science-spirituality dialogue, the boundaries between science and Eastern spiritual traditions are blurring. Neuroscience is exploring the effects of meditation on the brain, while physicists are intrigued by Eastern concepts of interconnectedness that resonate with quantum mechanics. This dialogue opens doors to a more comprehensive understanding of reality. The future of philosophical inquiry. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, the conversation between Eastern and Western philosophies is poised to become even more fruitful. Here are some potential areas of future exploration. Ecological philosophy. Both Eastern and Western traditions can contribute to addressing environmental challenges. Eastern emphasis on living in harmony with nature can be combined with Western scientific advancements to create sustainable solutions. Global ethics. As we face global challenges, Eastern and Western approaches to ethics can be used to develop universal moral principles that address issues like poverty, war, and climate change. Artificial intelligence. Both traditions offer valuable perspectives on the development and application of artificial intelligence. Eastern philosophy's emphasis on compassion and interconnectedness can guide AI development that benefits humanity, while Western logic and reason can ensure its responsible implementation. By fostering a deeper understanding between Eastern and Western philosophies, we can cultivate a more nuanced and comprehensive worldview, one that equips us to navigate the complexities of the 21st century and create a brighter future for all.